So this video is for anybody that is using the Cricut Design Space app on their iPad. I don't have a computer, so I don't get to use the whole Cricut Design Space program and stuff. So it's limited on what you can do on the app, but there's still a lot you can do. So this video is going to be focused on making stickers. So if you are doing digital art in like Procreate, I know there's all these other steps that you can do in Procreate to add a border to your stickers, but you can also add a border in Cricut. And so that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. So you're going to go into your Cricut, and first things first, if you do have an image from Procreate that you want to turn into a sticker, you need to send that to share it as a PNG and save it to your photos. And then go into your Cricut Design Space app on your iPad. And then you're going to go hit the plus sign on the bottom. And you're going to upload your image. You're going to select from photo library. And you can do, like, let's just do this handmade with love sticker. And you're going to hit the select button at the bottom. And you're just going to go all around it and just kind of get rid of that background. You know, so now there's no background on it. You're going to hit apply, and you're going to look at this cut on the left side in all black. You're going to make sure there's no little black dots anywhere. See, before I updated I guess they updated it, and when you would go remove the background before, there used to be a smoothing tool to smooth out your cut lines, and they don't have that anymore. So just make sure that, and there was also a feature to get rid of any little specks and dots and stuff like that that could be on your image that may have not went away when you cleared up your background. So look at that cut on the left and make sure you don't have any little black specks anywhere else, because the Cricut's going to cut on all those and you don't want it to do that. So you want it to be a smooth image like this. And then if it's a print and cut image, if you just want this shape, you can select cut. But if you want it to print this image and cut, you're going to do a print and cut, and you're going to save it as, whatever, handmade is what I'm going to put, sticker. And then I'm going to upload it. And then it's going to come up in the Cricut Design Space right here. And I want to put a border around this for my sticker. So what you're going to do is you're going to tap on it. You're going to hit edit, and then you're going to hit this offset icon right here below it, and you're going to tap that, and it's going to give you a border. Now, as you can see at the bottom of the sticker, there's a little part of this red line that kind of goes in, and it's not really smooth. It's going to cut in like that because Cricut no longer on this app has the smoothing feature that it used to have that would have smoothed out those cut lines. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're making a sticker, that if it's not a really smooth sticker, it's probably going to have little indentions like that, and it is going to cut like that. But if that doesn't bother you, I mean, it's very small. It's not like super noticeable. But if it's going to bother you, then I would suggest just doing your border in Procreate and then uploading it here in Cricut. But if you want, this is just a really simple, easy way to get a border around it. So you can select how wide you want your border. And you see, as I made it a little bit smaller, you can see there's still a little bit of those indentions there, so the cut's not going to be super smooth. So I want a little bit less. So we have it like this at about 0.21, and it's on the rounded corner here. You can see at the bottom right, you can have them rounded corners or you can have them square. I'm going to just leave it on the rounded since these are all curves going around. And I'm going to hit done, and you can see the border is gray right now. So if you go to the bottom left over here where it says basic cut operation, you're going to tap that, and you can select whatever color border you actually want. So you can just go with white, or you can go with green. We'll just tap green so you can just see, and hit apply up here, and it gives you a green border, right? So then what you want to do is tap outside of this, clear it up, and it's not connected, just so you know, because if you actually try to move it, it's not connected. So what you want to do is you want to select it together like that. And you don't want to weld. Don't weld it, because if you weld it, it's going to do that and you have no image. Now you just have the cut shape. So you don't want to weld it. What you want to do is you want to select them both all together, and you want to hit this button, this icon right underneath that says flatten. And that's going to flatten your image. So now it's only going to cut around it. If you don't flatten the image to bring them together, it's going to do 2 cuts on you. It's going to do this outside green border cut, and it's also going to cut along that yellow edge of the actual sticker. So you want to make sure that you actually flatten the image so it only cuts the outside. So it's knowing that you're telling the machine it's only doing 1 cut, not 2. So now that you have it from there, you can go to edit and you can size your image right here. So you can even put it at, 2 by 2 inches or something like that. You get a sticker, and then go to actions and then duplicate it however many you're going to fit on your sheet here. And so you have your sheet right here, and it's got about 12 stickers on here, right? What I don't like is that you have this big border right here of wasted sheet, sticker sheet, and I don't want that. So this is something you can do, is you can select your image on here and you can move them and use up more of the space, right? And if you have a couple smaller stickers or something like that you can fit in these gaps, go ahead and upload those over here. Upload what you already have, and if you're like, hey, I got some small ones I could use, let's just like upload this little planet right here that my daughter drew, and just bring it over here, size it down, we'll just size it down really small, and we'll duplicate it like 3 times, and then go back over here, and you can see that it's on a separate sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some of these down, and just make sure you don't go over your cut lines. You don't want them overlapping, and so you want to still have that space. So what you can do is you can tap this and you can hit rearrange, and you can select move, and you can only do this one at a time, and then you're going to move it from the current to this one. You can see it's right here, and you'll be able to fit, and of course it needs to be smaller, but you'll be able to fit them into those gaps. And so you can get more out of that sheet, and you're not wasting so much of your sticker sheet, or you can even also just resize these stickers and try to fit as many as you can on that sheet. But just so you know, you can move them and use up more space and fit in more stuff into there. And I mean, it's a little bit tedious, but it's still something you can do so you can get the most out of your page. So after that, you want to hit your print on the bottom here. It's going to send to print for you. And then after that, you're just going to hit next up here and make sure you're connected to your actual Cricut. And then after that, it's just follow the regular commands. Make sure your paper setting is correct on your Cricut. If you want these to be a kiss cut, you're not going to go to like the iron-on plus, right? The iron-on plus for me on my machine will cut all the way through this paper and not just the top portion. So these will end up being die cut stickers. So they'll be cut all the way. But if you just want to keep them on the sheet and you only want the paper cut, I would lessen that to the paper part, and it'll cut just through that paper for you, and you'll be able to just peel them off the sheet like that. But hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. I didn't find a lot of videos on how to use the app on the iPad, so there were some of these features I didn't really know that they did. So this is just what I learned by playing around with it. So I suggest, you do the same. You might find new things that that you didn't know about, and hopefully you shared them with us also. And I think this was great. So I hope it helps. Thank you.